Alright, got my save backed up.
It's one of them! Watch it! It's a killer! Filthy piece of shit!
Alright. So Cadigan is behind the store. I'm not going in there. I don't care about Cadigan right now. Oh, level 18. Go fuck yourself. A 16, a 15, and a 17. And I get the feeling there are more than 3. I think there's one inside as well. Ooh. Do I try it? I think I try it.
Die, Vampyr! God, no! It's fine! We have to stop it! It's too slow! That leak is fast!
Nice. Can't believe I'm killing level 16 and 17 dudes at 7. I do remember when I first came in here, I was like, why is it giving me so many bullets? It's giving me a lot of really good resources. What am I stuck on? Come on, walk.
Die,
Used pre-win steak. Report about Pembroke from Scott Lewis Cagney to one Mr. Jeffrey McCollum. God, I can't wait to turn him. Oh, having observed the Pembroke Hospital for 2 weeks now, and we can confirm vampire activity there. First, we now have proof of the presence of a female leech inside the hospital. The beast is clever. She acts like a mental patient to hide her true unholy condition. I personally snuck into the hospital and heard the creature whining about her need for blood since her body is decaying. But it gets worse. The administrator of the Pembroke Hospital is Dr. Swansea. According to our team leader, he may be a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. If that's true, then there may be something big going on at Pembroke. Maybe even a nest of vampires protected by those bloody traders of the Stole. We don't know what to do, but we are convinced you better come quickly with reinforcements and heavy gear. All right. So that takes care of the side quest for her, right? Reassure Thelma Howcroft about the spies. And I got a new stake, which is nice. I don't think I'm going to upgrade it, though. It uses less stamina, deals more stun. All of that's nice, but I still don't think I'm going to upgrade it because... Well, no, I take that back. I will upgrade this one because this one... The next one I get is the one from Charlotte. I don't get another one. Well, I do. I get that big, heavy, blunt one. I don't remember where, though. I think I got that one before I got this stake. And I remember thinking how stupid it was that I found that stake now when I already had a better item. Alright, well, whatever. Is this guy protecting something? I cannot remember. I don't see anything glowing. I feel like I can take him, though. He's definitely a high level. One hit. Oh my god. Die. Sheesh. Concerning the recruitment of new boys in Whitechapel, I think I have found one. Albie. He's as stupid as a stool, but tough. I asked him to prove to me he could get some drugs for the black market and delivered quickly and nicely. Next time we meet, I'll tell him he is accepted as a wet boot boy, and he must now meet the bosses to get his orders. So that's why he was here. I forgot you got that for him. He almost killed me.
can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood.
Well, that's unfortunate because now he's showing and he's ill. Damn.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable.
I'm not going to give him that note yet. But I might as well talk to him. Let me check here. I want to make sure I get all his hints. Not that it matters, because I don't plan to embrace him. He's not worth much experience, but... Newton, Oswald, Pippa, Thomas, Benjamin Palmer, Albert Palmer, here we go. Okay. I think I got all his hints on my first attempt without looking anything up, but... What's up, boy?
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
All right. Perhaps the poor drunk just confused you with someone else.
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
It's funny that it says I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane. I am not actually looking for her. I didn't even know I was supposed to be looking for her. Because I haven't fought the beast yet. I'm not going to ask that question yet, because I don't technically know to ask that question yet.
Goodbye, young man.
The wet boots will be proud of me.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife, Albert Smuller. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. And now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
Accurate.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
He did actually steal your pills.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just failed me last nerve.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar, a coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
It's a pity that doctors still practice such barbaric methods. It's a dishonor to our profession.
Now only the pills stop me thinking about this shit. To not hear the explosions. I'm even scared of the dark these days.
I gave him the letter the first time. And I think... Let me see. Let me look at the hints again. I don't know. Yeah, migraine, fatigue, that's easily fixed, but I don't have the migraine meds yet. Let's see. Giving the note to Albert gets you nothing, which I didn't remember that, but I'm not surprised. Giving it to Benjamin gets you a Swanborough cordial, which can be examined to give you a hint about Loretta and Mason Swanborough. That's right, that's right. Giving it to the dad does get you the cordial, which means you don't have to pay for it. I forgot about that.
I have found a very interesting letter. Your son planned to prove his worth to the gang by stealing your medicine.
Oh, I see. So the little bugger thought he could use his dad to build a reputation.
The gang's recruiter was dead when I found him. Perhaps you should take better care of your son.
I love my Albert, sir. Believe me. It's just... well, I'm an arsehole, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for the letter. This is for your trouble.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Alright. So now I know that Albert will get up and come down here eventually. I do remember that. That's where he put the pills. Oh wait, I'm not going to be able to look anyway. It doesn't matter. Or does it? Yeah, okay. I can go up here. I know he's going to come over here and look in the barrel. I don't know if he does it now or if I have to progress the story first. I don't think it matters. Although I haven't seen Albert get up yet. He just sits there bitching about not being in a piss-stinking alley for the rest of his life. Yeah, he hasn't moved.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
When did I get that? Ingredients.
It's all a bloody joke to you, innit? Stupid drugs.
Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
Alright, we get it. You're determined to make something out of your life by joining a gang.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
A fellow healer.
I'd like to...
Yeah, it's only 35, but hey man, 35 is 35. If anything, I should be buying more. More of these, I mean. I'm gonna need them. I'll pick more up along the way, but... I don't see Mason's name in here anywhere. I don't think his dialogues matter. There's Loretta, Giselle, Ichabod, Rodney, Sabrina, Seymour, Stella, Tom, Calhoun, Marina, Carol, Charles, Clarence, Kimura, Louise. Yeah, I don't think Mason's matters, but Loretta's does. I'm gonna buy these, fuck it. I remember being short on those at one point, so might as well.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
'Cause you don't? Okay.
Loretta, your miraculous formula wouldn't even cure a common cold, and you know it.
The Swanborough's cordial's secret ingredient is hope, Doctor. And it's something people around here really need.
A placebo effect is real and has benefit. But in your case, You could be murdering your customers, who may die because they are not receiving the necessary medical attention.
Medical attention? In Whitechapel? Trust me, my cordial is the best option they have, since it is the only one.
Well, as it is a placebo of sorts, perhaps it may have some positive effect.
See? You have to admit I'm doing some good. The Swanborough family is not poisoning anybody, Doctor.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
I think there are enemies this way, but I can't recall. Yep, there is. Oh, and they're only level 8s? Hello. Okay.
Let's pin it down!
He's T-posing. I always love catching people T-posing in games. I don't really think that's how it works, buddy. Alright, well, before I go over there, I guess I should come over here and loot. That's so funny. He was T-posing the first time I came here, too.
Die, Vampyr! He's mine! I'll take it! Christ! He's dead! God! No! We have to stop it!
I don't understand why that barrel is empty. I think it was empty the first time I tried to open it, too.
It's locked.
Yeah, that goes... Oh. That goes to the west end as well. And then you're never able to go that way. I don't remember why you can't see their levels. Where does that lead? Oh yeah, I'm not trying to go that way right now. That leads to the backside of the backside of the chapel. Or does it?
You are blinded by your false
It's
sight.
father, son. No, this leads back there. I wish I could kill you with my weapon. Yeah, Christina, you're very clean. Close those legs. Clayton Darby. Oh, the flower pots aren't glowing yet, so Camellia must not be out here yet. Huh. Oh, well, there she is. Even still, she's not distributing the cards at the moment.
For there is no protection against malevolence and trickery.
I don't remember what level these guys are. Tens. That's not bad. Twelve is kind of sucky. All right. This goes nowhere. Lead plates, that's nice.
Morbidity can breathe its own beauty. Some of us come to this world already touched by grace.
Nithercott. Might as well read it. Camellia never gets sick, so
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Mute.
I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
Mute.
I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Very well. Goodbye then.
Yeah, she never does speak. Well, until you embrace her. She speaks then.
Oh, Camellia, the silent flower of Whitechapel. An angel made flesh, I tell you.
All right, Richard.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
That is true.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles, and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
You don't really make a living from your scribblings, do you, Richard?
No, sir, I don't. I work so hard. I put all my time, my energy, my devotion into the precise carving of words.
When she was younger, my mother was a painter and a poet. She told me many times how poor her artist friends were and how she helped them.
My parents pay for my rent, my food, and my clothes. All I have to give them in return is lies they do not believe.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day, I'll remain the failure of a son they have to support.
Alright, I think that's all his hints. Yep.
I'll leave you alone, sir. Hello again, miss. Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia.
Mute.
Very well. Goodbye, then.
Alright, I'll talk to Clayton and Christina later. I am hungry. Oh yeah, and Father Whitaker. It's father, son.